That is a sign of fascism. That is just the truth. We've seen it in history over and over and over again. People have to wake up to that.
But I want us to be very careful and not take the bait. The National Guard, the U.S. Marines, I haven't made my point yet. The ICE agents, those are nonpartisan actors for the most part who signed up for jobs, have served under multiple administrations. They did not necessarily sign up to be doing this, and they're following an order of the commander-in-chief. And we could say they could all, I guess, resign en masse tomorrow.
What is the bait?
To start demonizing those individuals as opposed to...
When you use the military against your own citizens, that is a sign of fascism. Trump is not doing this just for optics. I think that this is a test case so that he can dismantle some of our institutions. I think it's a power grab.
And, you know, think back, y'all. Where have you heard that before?
1938.
I'm just following orders.
The White House says criminals involved in US anti-immigration raid protests will be held responsible as demonstrations in Los Angeles enter a sixth day. A curfew was implemented in the city yesterday in a bid to cool tension and prevent looting from taking place. Maribel Gonzalez has the details.
Parts of the downtown Los Angeles area, including where we're standing right now, are currently under curfew. That curfew began at 8 p.m. local time last night, and Los Angeles Police Department making mass arrests following that emergency order. Thousands are taking to the streets across the country to protest immigration and customs enforcement. The epicenter is in Los Angeles. City officials say the vast majority of demonstrators here are following the law.
When these peaceful rallies end and the protesters head home, another element moves in.
Officials say more than 20 LA businesses have been looted, and a small part of the city had a curfew Tuesday night.
I would appeal to the president to stop the ICE raid so that we can have stability in our city.
National Guard members are in LA against the governor's wishes. A U.S. official says hundreds of Marines the president mobilized have been briefed on rules for use of force on American soil.
We do not want our streets militarized by our own armed forces, not in LA, not in California, not anywhere.
Other demonstrations have been in Washington, Boston, Atlanta, Denver, Milwaukee, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and more. The White House says undocumented immigrants broke the law by entering the U.S. illegally. Demonstrators say ICE shouldn't go after those who are otherwise law-abiding.
Douglas, Donald Trump could not have hoped for a better ad for his immigration and his deportation policies than what we are seeing in LA right now. Just the violence and destruction and lawlessness is, I think, just lending further weight to his policies.
Yeah, you know, funnily enough, all of this ties up together, doesn't it, Rita? I mean, the Democrat policy of sanctuary cities, where if people break into America illegally and then are in the US, these cities will act as sanctuaries for them. have caused cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco to become even slummier than they were in the lead up to this under massive amounts of Democrat rule. I mean, up to 12 million people, around that, as a conservative estimate, broke illegally into the United States during the Biden administration. And the Trump administration has said that they want to prioritize deporting the more than 500,000 illegal migrants who have criminal records. And it was a raid to try to arrest criminals in Los Angeles that has led to this outburst of rioting, of attacks on American police and others. And once again, we see this odd thing in our time. The Democrats, when they decided not to police the border and just to encourage people in, and to encourage people in that include criminals, and yes, include some people who want to be law-abiding once they're in the United States, but are costing American taxpayers whilst they're being there by their presence, by Social Security that they sign up for and much more. They still pretend that it's the empathetic, good thing to do to encourage, from the border onwards, literal lawlessness. And that anyone, including federal agents who are trying to enforce the law, are the bad guys. I mean, this is upside down to a crazy extent. And you're right, Rita. There couldn't be a better boost to what President Trump is actually trying to do, because he keeps saying these people who are coming include people who hate our country. And then the American public see people lauding the Mexican flag and, Palestinian flags and all of the others, of course, and literally burning the American flag, protecting foreign criminals and assaulting American police officers. I don't doubt that in a small amount of the online left and fairly large numbers of people on the streets of LA, they want to back the lawlessness and attack the police. But I think the American public, as they demonstrated last year when they voted Donald Trump back into office, have demonstrated that actually they do side with the police. The American public do side with law and order. They don't side with people who pretend that it's the police that provoke disorder rather than the rioters. They don't fall for this idea that innocent people are just expressing their fear about ICE or anything else, and that therefore they can't resist going and looting the local Apple store in LA. I mean, it's so upside down, all of this. And until we get past this era in which doing the wrong thing is celebrated and doing the right thing is condemned, we're going to continue to be in all of our countries in unbelievable trouble.